Hello, everybody. Good evening. Tony, you've vanished again. Hello? 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 Hi, Paul. Hi, Michael. They will be back. Oh, good. I'm pleased about that. Hello. Good evening, everybody. I'm actually sat on my own at the moment. I don't know what Jean and Tony are, or if they're having problems at their end. I don't know. Oh dear. Thank you, Michael. Welcome to the One Black Box with Irene. Yes, I have a black box in front of me and two people are missing. I will do my best to carry on regardless. So I'll say good evening, everybody, and thank you once again for joining us on this very wet. It's been a beautiful day. And then suddenly we've got... Oh, here they are. I was just saying good evening to everybody. Where did you go?
Well, we had things to do, people to see, places to go, things to look at. Yeah.
And I'm giving up my evening to be here. How very dare you? Hello.
Irene. Yeah. Well, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's feeling really well today. I want to start the service, but I want to make a small announcement first. You know, we are part of the New Christian Spiritualist Society, and that's based, the head office is down in Littleport in Ely. And this morning, the Reverend Wendy Perry from Littleport took our transition home to Spirit. And I'm sure if people have watched Littleport's service, which I know some of you have done, you will have seen Wendy with her oxygen mask on. And I know we want to send our deepest condolences and best wishes and healing prayers to her family at this sad time. So, I mean, Wendy just lit up the screen when she came on. She was so funny. She was lovely, bless her. So
just give that minute.
Yeah, we'll just spend a little minute just in respect for Wendy and her family. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just a reminder, we are doing the rest of the photographs that we were sent on Friday. So if anybody has sent a photograph in that wasn't read last week, tune in on Friday. Oh, hi, Nick. I hope Wendy's family are doing as well as they can do, matey.
Sending all his prayers and his thoughts to the family.
To have lost our daughter a few weeks ago, and now she's took her transition. God bless her.
I've sent you a message, Nick, on your Facebook page, sweetheart. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. So if you don't mind, I will open the service in prayer, followed by the Lord's Prayer.
Yep.
Heavenly Father, divine gracious Lord, we hope that Wendy has made her way safely to you tonight and that she's reunited with her daughter. I would like to ask for healing energy to go out to her family, to where it's needed, to help them to get through these next few days and weeks. Father, as always, I ask that the veil be lifted between the two realms to allow the guides and inspirers for Jean, Irene and myself to step forward, to allow us to become your vessels of communication. Father, I ask that the loved ones of those present step forward in order to bring forward messages of truth, proof of love and upliftment. As always, Father, everything that we do here tonight will be done with love, light, truth and honesty in our hearts. At the end of this evening, I will hand to you all which is rightfully yours with love, honour and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Right.
Tonight-
Oh, go on.
Yes. Sorry, no, I was getting ahead of myself. My head's all over the place.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I was going to read a different one, but I'm going to, in view of what's happened with Wendy, I'm going to read this one that I wrote a few weeks ago. And it might be appropriate for Nick and Wendy and her family if they could take something from it.
Okay, bless you.
It's The Visitor. I sat in the quiet of the evening. My thoughts are far away. I still get upset when I think of you leaving, but I have to carry on without you day by day. I close my eyes and imagine you are here as I lose myself in your memory. I see your face now, serene and clear. The tears start slowly as I grieve. I feel your presence as you sit by my side, and I feel you gently touch my hand. Suddenly I become more alive. A memory comes of us walking on the sand. I hear you whisper, do not despair, I am with you. I will always be by your side. It was you I chose to be with for life. We argued, made up, laughed and cried. Sometimes we would just sit and talk, just happy to be together. We had a laugh at something silly we bought, memories that will leave me never. I feel you leaving me as you gently close the door. I whisper, thank you, God bless you, I'll love you forever. But most of all, thank you for coming and being my very special visitor.
Oh, bless Irene, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for reading that tonight.
Beautiful.
No, that's like I say, I was going to do a different one, and then I read about what had happened, and I quickly sorted another one out, and I thought that was very appropriate. So I hope Nick can pass that on to the family, and if he wants a copy, by all means, I'll send one to you, Tony, and you can pass it on.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And because I was serving Thundersley Church last night, we didn't do our divine service, which includes the healing. So I'm going to do the healing now. And if you can please just send some thoughts to the family of Wendy Perry and those in Littleport and the New Christian Spiritualist Society who knew and loved her. Please send some thoughts out, as well as to the people that you know who need healing, and even for yourself and for your animals. Just send some thoughts out, and the positivity will go to where it's needed. I really promise you it will. I will read the healing prayer, but I've been very clever. I've put it onto a slide and put this so everybody can see it as I read it. So then the video of the candles will start playing.
Did you do it? They did it between them. Can I just say, Michael and Tony? All
right. Well, Jean, can I just say that Michael's just put on here that for tonight's service, we have a hologram of Jean Pearson who can be quickly replaced by one of our Bedlingtons. Yeah, he put it on, Michael. Yes, Michael's put it on.
I was just going to say, Irene, quickly before we do the healing, did you get your freezer? Did you ever walk?
Yes. For their birthdays, most people get chocolates, wine, flowers. What do I get? A fridge freezer. Yes.
Bless you.
Yeah, I got a fridge freezer for my birthday. How about that? Been delivered on Thursday.
Right. We'll do the healing.
Right.
That'll be it.
Right.
He is badly.
Yeah, he is. if you could just please send out some healing love and healing energy, and I will put the healing prayer up now, followed by the candles, and the healing silence will end with the words Amen. Thank you. As we say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, here we bring before thee all those in our and all healing books, that it may please thee to heal them, be they suffering in mind, body, or spirit, both those we know, those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them. We ask for them now. Amen.
Amen. That was lovely.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that, everybody.
Oh, oh dearie me. I don't know. Oh, hi, Suzanne. I'm glad that you're on, sweetheart. Lovely to see you. Me bestie's on.
I
Oh,
saw
lovely.
Suzanne's name go up.
Yeah.
It is lovely. It's just come to me. I need to say it again, and I say it at the end of every service. It is wonderful, the community that goes on and the little bit of conversation that goes on in the chat between people who have now become friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For months we've been doing this, people have bonded and become friends, and it's really, really beautiful to see this community blossoming. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And it's when you watch Little Ports or Pastures Green, people interact with each other, and it's a community that's growing. It's lovely.
It is. It's beautiful, and it's growing week on week on week, and I just love it. I really do. I love doing it.
I can't see a point, even when we can get back into physical churches, that
This
well,
has to stop it,
personally, I can't stop doing this because
no,
I couldn't do it, because we have such a I will call it a congregation.
Congregation, a following, yeah.
You are growing as a community, and I think being out and about in the big wide world at the moment, with everything as it is, that sense of community spirit doesn't seem to be there in every place I've been to.
No.
And I think that's sad. I do think that's sad, because it is at times like this that we need to look out for each other.
Absolutely.
And to just check your neighbour and see if they need a loaf of bread or a pint of milk or whatever it is. But it doesn't seem to be there in some places that I've been to, and everybody seems to be a little bit too wrapped up in their own little bubble,
Yeah.
which in some ways you can understand because of what's going on and how serious it is. But I still think when I come on here and I see this community, I just think you people restore my faith in everybody, because you are growing as a community, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Valerie's just put something on. She's just said that just a second, let me it's just gone up one, just a sec.
Yeah.
She just wants to say thank you for being there for me. You have saved me. Do not feel alone now because of you. God bless. Isn't that lovely? And there's some beautiful comments, but that's what we do. We bring people together, and if something's wrong with one, we're there to help. There's other people to help, and it's just wonderful. It really is.
It is. It really is beautiful to see. And,
Yeah.
and thank you so much for taking this time out of your day to sit and listen to us talk. And I hope what we do brings you a little bit of comfort. Even if one person takes something away from what we've done on a night, I think that is a job well done from Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well
Because
done from
without Spirit, we couldn't do it.
No.
Without our spirit guides and families, we couldn't do it. And they are just wonderful. And I'm blessed to have such wonderful friends in Jean, Tony and Michael. I really am.
Same.
We're the same.
We're the same. We're the same. It's something that's just clicked and it seems to work.
Yeah, it does.
We work together.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
On a serious note, what really gets me is I watch other people's feeds and there's a little bit of negativity in there from people who are skeptical, which is fine. I don't mind anybody being skeptical, but apart from that one chat the other week, we've had absolutely no negativity in our group at all. I've been doing this a few years now, and it's years since I've had anybody who's been really negative. So, you know, we're doing something right, people. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just needed to get that off my chest. Thank you.
Well, I can say I've been going now 27 years. In all 27 years I've done this, my husband's a non-believer. Doesn't believe, no matter how much you give him, evidence or anything, he doesn't believe. But yet he's never once said to me, I'm a fake, or I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that. He'll take me up and down to churches since I'm at Irene and Tony, and he will run me about. He ain't got a problem. But he just don't believe in until one day he goes to Spirit himself. Then it'll give him a big shock when he sees just how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Valerie said, you should be on the government. You would make a better job because you have compassion. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, bless.
You make a better job because you've got compassion.
Oh,
that's...
Thank you.
But I think as well, what's important, Tony, is the fact that not only do we get on, but we have a laugh. If anybody's got a question, we answer. If somebody wants to be in the healing book, we put them down. Yeah. And we're never far away from anybody to give them help, advice, or even explain what mediumship is. I mean, I've been doing this many, many years, and I've never known a community like the one we have on here. And to me, it's just wonderful, and I get quite emotional sometimes because there's so many beautiful comments, especially about my poetry, and that again, it just touches my heart.
But your poetry comes from Spirit. It comes from Spirit, as it should.
It does.
And I've been in spiritualism now quite a few years. Jean took me under her wing. The first night I actually walked into a spiritualist church for the first time. Jean took me under her wing. And
Jean, what have you done? You've created a monster.
I started talking to Nick and Lynn from the New Christian Spiritualist Society a few years ago. And this group, the New Christian Spiritualist Society, is like this. It's just one family. And everybody can laugh and get on, and it's really wonderful. And I'm not going to try and
just read what your Michael's put on. Just read.
Irene sharpened the quill pen that wrote the Bible.
You cheeky monkey.
I know. But in all seriousness, I am a Christian spiritualist, and I hope you watch and appreciate that. And if you don't believe, you don't believe. Fine. That's fine. You are all welcome. I will welcome anybody onto our live feeds.
Yeah, you can still.
We won't exclude anybody, and our live feeds will always be open to anybody who wants to watch them.
Yes,
anybody at all will want to. I will never exclude anybody from our live feeds. At all. So thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry it went on to a bit of an address. I didn't really want it to, but it just, I had to say, I needed to say.
Said, yeah, absolutely.
I think
Right.
because of Wendy and everything that's gone on, I just
absolutely.
wanted to accept, I wanted people to appreciate that we are
Yeah.
here in the community. And if ever anybody is in need, no matter where you are, drop me, Irene, Michael, Jean, a message, and we will do our best for you, no matter where you are or what your need is. We will try and do our best to help if we can. So,
and if we can't do it singly, we'll do it together.
We will. Thank you. Now we will get on with the rest, of, the evening. Sorry, Jean, I know you had a question.
No, what it is, I've been here since tea. I've come for my tea because obviously, you know, we've got a caravan in Auntie as well.
And
I've left my husband. And I don't get a signal.
You haven't left your husband.
Yeah, my husband's at caravan is picking me up. I'm not leaving him.
Yeah.
Getting a wash, I got the carpenters, the group, and I keep hearing is the carpenters still. So I do know that somebody who's watching this evening can understand where either they like the carpenters or the loved ones in spirit like the carpenters, because dog's singing to us as well now.
I wondered what that was.
So I hope somebody can understand this. And when Tony was can I just say, and I do believe it's a lady, I'm not 100%, I'll be honest, until they come closer. But I got a really tremendous pain outside of my face. And I don't feel a stroke or anything. I feel as though somebody would have had a burn or had a burn at some point, because that's how I'm feeling. So I hope somebody can understand it. I've got a lady very much, I'm not saying it's the lady who I've got with a pain in the face, but a lady very much like myself in build, probably slightly a bit more slender than myself, got a little bob haircut, dark, as she's coming in. And she's coming in with love for somebody down here. At the moment, we all come in with love, but somebody down here at the moment what's having a few health issues, she's telling me. So I know there's a few health issues and they're getting themselves a bit uptight at the minute, just wondering if things can be getting sorted with having another pandemic, if you like, all this. Just wondering if they will get sorted out at the hospital. So can anybody understand a little bit of what I've said?
Nobody yet, Jean.
I can't see anything.
No, because it's unusual. I've got a right pain, but I feel as though, I'm not saying into stroke or something like that, but it could be on one, but I feel as though somebody would have had a burn on the face at some point, because that's how I feel, more as if when you've been slapped around your face and it's burning.
Jeanette Wilson can take this.
Can you understand it all, Jeanette, love?
She said she...
Oh, there you gone, Jeanette. Lost you.
Lupus.
Right. Because that's just how I feel. And it's coming in really strongly. Can you understand about the lady who I said could be about my build or a bit slender, but with a dark bob? She could have had this when she was younger. I'm not saying she's like it now, but that's how she's showing me as she is now. She's also said Bridget. So I know there must be a Bridget somewhere connected, because she's just mentioned Bridget. And I don't know why. She mentioned high school, something to do with an high school as well. Yes, thank you. There's something to do with an high school, darling. I don't know if a new kid has gone to high school and there's a few issues. I'm not sure, but there's something to do with an high school. And somebody wanted to teach. Somebody wants to teach, or they're talking about doing teaching, because she's talking about this and she's bringing all this in and saying, yeah, why can't they? Whether they're older and not. I were a matured student, believe it or not. So there's no time where Michael's a matured student again. So there's time where you can actually do it for yourself. So she's bringing this in as well, sweetheart. I have got to say, he's looking at me funny. Sorry, Michael's looking at me funny. Understand that they're talking about, and I'm not saying it's a new life as a baby, but I do know there's a new pet coming along. They're talking about the new pet. So I don't know if you're thinking of getting a new dog or a new kitten.
Oh, are you
or
going to get
something.
Sandy a playmate?
There's a new pet coming along, sweetheart. So they're talking about that as well. They're bringing this in for you. I've got to give you the month of December as well. So I hope you can understand the December month. And I've got to take you around about the 12th of the month. I know 12th is December month, but this is 12th of the month. Okay. I've got Tina. I'm hearing Tina mentioned as well. So you must be able to understand the name Tina. What? A puppy?
Yeah.
I can't see. I haven't got my glasses.
That was her birthday.
Right, because this is what she's fetching in as well, darling, for you. Can I also, I don't know, I haven't got my ring on, but she's taking me to, it's either a signet ring or something like that. It's not a wedding ring, darling. It's more like a signet ring or an eternity ring or something. She's talking about this as well. I don't know if this would have been left from this lady or would have been passed down from a lady. I've got a gentleman which would be quite tall. I've got to say could be touching nearly 6 foot as he's coming in here. Very broad-shouldered. Could be very straight down. Come in. What I meant to say.
Today, Jean is doing a blind us about readings.
I can't see it. I've got reading glasses, so I'm more. Coming in as well, Jeanette. We can understand him, sweetheart, as he's coming in. He's telling me I've got to give you 2 o'clock, and he's saying 2 o'clock, not 5 to, not 5 past, 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock does mean something to you as well. He's saying primula bushes. I cannot primula bushes.
Primula bushes.
Well, I'm hearing it as primula bushes.
No, primula bushes.
It might be primula bushes or primula bushes. I'm not sure. Tony's saying the primula bushes.
Primula bushes.
So I hope you can understand that as well, sweetheart, because I've just heard that come in. I am going to say bye from me and let Tony and Irene slip in.
Ha ha, yes.
Yes?
Oh, dear.
Some ladies just said something else, Jeanette, but I can't put it on telly.
No. Please.
Pushing it.
Right.
Bush,
Okay.
garden bush. Make it nice into
Yeah.
a frame, you know.
Yeah.
A chicken or...
Topiary.
Yes, that's it.
Topiary. Well, how do you follow that? Jeanette, I know I've got the gentleman that's working with me, sweetheart, and he's coming through on a very paternal feel. So I know this is either a father type figure or a grandfather figure that is in spirit that's connecting with you. And I know he's talking to me about, he's putting my thumbs up. So he's saying congratulations and he's really proud of everything you're doing and everything that you're achieving. I know we talked the other day about your course and your studying and things, but he is talking about your teaching, your learning, and how you are growing as a person, and you are developing into he's saying a very strong, proud lady. Those are his exact words, and he told me I couldn't change them. Strong, proud lady. He's also talking to me about, what's that? Jeanette, he's showing me a snow globe. He's showing me a little snow globe. But I can hear like tinkling music, so I don't know if this was a musical one. But he's just showing me a snow globe on a table. So I hope you can place that as a memory link for you.
There's more than one.
And I'm really sorry, but he's given me the 12 days of Christmas. I can hear the 12 days of Christmas. So would you have a memory where, you know, when people do the 12 days of Christmas and everybody sings a line and it all gets really funny and hysterical. But I hope you can understand where, oh, bless you, it's Jaden's. Okay, sweetheart, thank you. I hope you can understand why he's talking to me about the 12 days of Christmas as a link. Right. All right. Which way is that? He was always with you at Christmas. Bless. Thank you. I know Jean talked about the pain in the face, but I've got a stroke condition connected with somebody's spirit side of life. Please, sweetheart, if you can place somebody with a stroke condition, spirit side of life. I'm not saying the stroke took them along to spirit, but they would have had a stroke before they passed to spirit. And I feel I'm more with a female energy for that. All right. I know Jean gave you the 12th of a month. I've got to give you the 23rd of a month. And I've got to give you 10 to 5. I hope you can understand where 10 to 5 would connect around you, please. Somebody would have either taken their transition at about 10 to 5, or somebody would have been born around 10 to 5. Okay, bless you, sweetheart. Right. Jeanette, would you understand something of Jaden's has moved? Because he's just run in and told me they've moved something of mine. So I don't know if you've moved a photograph or you've moved Jaden was born, bless you, that's why he's coming in, that's why I got it. Either you've moved his photograph or something of his has been picked up and put somewhere else, sweetheart, and he's just telling me. He's not complaining about it or anything, he's just saying the snow globes. All right, bless you. Okay, because he's just talking about his things have moved. You've got his hospital bracelet, he's telling me. You've got his hospital bracelet. And it's either in a drawer or in a box, because I can see it. He's just showing me his hospital bracelet. And I know you've got his footprints on the back of your neck, sweetheart, but you must have them somewhere else. And it looks like a picture frame from what he's showing me, sweetheart. But he's just bringing that in for me to prove to you that he is here with me. Bless him. And I want to say, Jeanette, he's a real cheeky chappy. He's lovely. As I'm feeling his energy, sweetheart. And he is blowing you a kiss and saying good night for now. And he's stepping back from me, sweetheart. And I will leave all of his love with you and your granddad's, darling. And I will see if Irene's got anything to add into that.
Can I just say, Jeanette, sorry, quickly, can I just say someone saying to me Monday morning? I know there's that song, Monday morning.
Yeah.
But somebody keeps telling me, and they're saying in me really playing Monday morning. So I don't know if you can understand that, sweetheart, in any way. What they're on about Monday mornings. I don't know. They just say Monday morning.
That's fine. What you got, you get.
Yeah.
Go on, Irene.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Jean. Hi, Jeanette. I can't add much more to what Jean and Tony have already said to you, sweetheart, because the majority of what they gave you, I got also. But for some reason, as you know, I work a lot with music, and for somebody, she hates Monday mornings.
I hate Monday mornings.
Monday morning.
Right. Oh, bless you. Right. I've got a song for you, sweetheart, and I've got you going to Ireland, because I've got, if you ever go across the sea to Ireland, go to Galway Bay. Now, I don't know if there's Irish connections here, but that's where I've been taken, sweetheart. And I don't know if you've done or you're going to do your family tree, but if you haven't done, you will find connections in your family tree to Ireland, but they are going back a ways and you would have to find them. Now, I don't know if you come from Galway Bay, but they are talking about how beautiful it is there and how peaceful it is there. And there's another song that they're giving me now. I don't know who I'm talking to, sweetheart, but I know that I'm going back with this person. But the other song they're giving me is called The Wild Atlantic Way. It's a new Irish country song that's only been out about 18 months. And they want you to listen to these songs, sweetheart. County Mayo, right? Okay, darling. Thank you for that confirmation. But they're wanting you to take a trip when you possibly can and go back to your roots. That's exactly. And this person I'm speaking to is speaking with an Irish accent, so I don't think it's anybody that Jean or Tony have had, sweetheart. I think it's a lady that's coming through, but she's very faint and she's very quietly spoken. And come on, sweetheart. She's saying great nan, great grandma, something like that. Like I say, she's very quietly spoken, but she knows about you and she comes around you a lot and she tries to help, sweetheart. And but she's saying, will you go home to the old country and see where your family have come from? Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. We're aware of hard times at the moment and it's difficult to get over there, but as soon as you possibly can, because it would be nice for you to trace your family back. And this is what she's saying to me, darling. And she's giving me a lot of the old Irish songs, but I won't go through them all because you know what I'm talking about. She lived to her late 90s. Wow, what a beautiful age. Yeah, she's a lovely, lovely lady, and a typical Irish lady, if you understand what I mean by that. She was a true Irish mammy, and that's her telling it. I was a true Irish mammy, so you would understand that, sweetheart. And I've got to give you from this lady a leprechaun for luck and a 4-leaf clover. And I'm going to leave you with that, sweetheart. And I'm going to say good night and God bless and thank you for working with us.
God bless. Oh, Jessica, hello and welcome. The way we work, Jessica, is we work with the spirit that steps forward. So if you want a reading, send out your love, send out your energy to the person or people you want to come through. And if they come, we'll give evidence. And if you recognise it, we'll work with you, sweetheart.
I'll keep watching, sweetheart, because we do one-to-one readings sometimes as well. Where
we do on-screen readings.
Yeah, on-screen readings, yeah.
So maybe we're doing photos on Friday, but the following Monday we will be doing, I will put a link out for people to come on screen. So tune in on Monday and we may get you on screen for a reading on Monday, sweetheart. Okay.
And we've got another newbie, Tracy Andrews. So you're very welcome, Tracy, also. So keep listening in, you never know, and welcome to our lovely group of people.
Family. Because
absolutely.
An extended family.
We're a family in here. Can I give this young gentleman off, please?
Yes, of course you can, love.
Right. I have a young gentleman who's connecting with me, and I would say I'm maybe late 20s, 30s. I'm certainly not up to my 40s and my 50s. So he's connecting with me, and I do feel it was an event that took me to spirit rather than an illness that took me to spirit, because I don't feel ill. I feel perfectly well in myself, but I feel something took me to spirit. He's not given me what yet, but if he does, I will give it off. I want to say, as I see him forming in front of me, I'm quite tall. I'm 5'11". I might be a little bit taller than myself, so maybe 6'1", 6'2". I'm quite. I'm not saying that. I'm not. Right. He's telling me he said I'm quite buff, which means he's quite muscly and quite nicely toned, nice physique.
So he's got a nice body then.
And he is. He's looked after himself. I can see that because his hair's nice. He's well groomed, so he would have really taken a pride in his appearance. But he wasn't vain. He wasn't vain. I want to get that across. He wasn't vain. He was just generally, as he's connected with me, he feels like he would be a really nice guy. You know, he feels like the type of mate you'd go and spill your heart to, and he wouldn't spill the beans. He wouldn't tell anybody else. Your partner can take this, Daniela. Okay, listen in. And you would understand where it was an event that took him to spirit rather than an illness, sweetheart, because he is making that really plain to me, that it was an accident of some type that took his life. Okay. I want to say he's right. Okay. I want to say, as this chap's connecting with me, he's talking about socializing with his friends. So I know we would have all gone out together and we would have all had a good time, but we never caused any trouble, he's saying. We just had a real good time, let our hairs down, and had a laugh. All right. He's telling me he's got a friend in spirit. So would you understand where he's got a friend in spirit? So one of his friends is already in spirit with him, if you can understand that. And he's also telling me that, all right, telling me that somebody, I'm getting car keys. So would you understand where somebody's either looking for a new car or somebody's having trouble with a car, please, Daniela or Deb? Okay. Right. All right, sweetheart. I know you've been out. Go sit down. Go sit down. Go on. Right. Yes, you can understand that. Okay. All right. Somebody must have smoked, because he's given me the smell of cigarette smoke. I don't know if it was him or somebody around him that would have smoked, but he's talking about the smoking. So either somebody needs to pack it in or somebody has got who smokes. All right. You must be able to understand why he's telling me that he's been around one of the gang. He's been around one of the gang, so one of his mates must be having some problems at the moment, because he's saying he's around this friend and he's giving support and he's giving upliftment. Jean's just disappeared behind a Bedlington Terrier. We did say it was a hologram and the Bedlington was going to take over at some point, but she just has.
Tony, you've got about 4 people that can take all this.
Oh, heavens.
You've got Daniela, Deb Clark, Jessica Caroline, and there was another one as well. But there's about 4 that can take all this, sweetheart.
He's talking to me about the boys' holiday. So the boys went on holiday, and he's telling me he's not going to tell me what happened, because whatever happens on holiday stays on holiday. But he's saying it would make your hair curl, the antics we got up to while we were on holiday. All right, no, I'm not saying that. I'm really not saying that. No. He's not going to let.
Tony, you're frozen.
The gang went on holiday and came back with it. So he came back with more than he went with.
If you can understand that.
If you can understand where he was going with that. All right.
Bless you.
Okay. The 24th, I've given that before. The 24th of a month must mean something. And all right, July must mean something as well. And also, what's that? I have no idea what that is. Tell me. He's showing me something that looks like can't even describe it. He's telling me it's something he used to use to fix the car. That's nothing to me. He's got, oh, right, okay. Somebody would have been helping fix a car and something would have got dropped and the air turned blue because it landed on somebody's foot, as far as I can tell from what he's saying to me. He passed in July. Okay, the 24th of July was the brother's birthday. It's not Deb Clark.
But then Deb's put on about the 24th of July being her brother's birthday, so...
Okay. All right. I really need to split this, so give me some... He's talking to me about the memorial tattoo. And I'm feeling like my arm's itching. So it would have been on an arm somewhere, this memorial tattoo. I'm not saying it's for him, but there is a tattoo that somebody's had done in memory of somebody that's took their transition to spirit. He's also talking to me about one of the songs that was played at the funeral was rather inappropriate. And he's not enhancing on that anyway, but he said it brought blushes to some people's faces when it was played. And he's also making me feel like somebody has his jacket. Somebody has his jacket still, because he's showing me somebody wearing his jacket. Oh, I can't split it.
Jessica's asking if he's from the US, Tony.
I don't know, Jessica. I honestly don't know. And he's not giving me that information, sweetheart. I don't feel he is. Because he's showing me Blackpool Tower.
Oh, well, he wouldn't be then, would he?
Unless he visited
Blackpool.
But he's showing me Blackpool Tower. So whoever this is would understand where they had holidays in Blackpool, either as children or something. Deb used to wear his jacket, but I'm not sure about the tattoo. Oh my, I have the tattoo and I understand this. Okay. All right, Jessica, if you can listen in then, please. Would you understand something to do with Blackpool Tower? I hope it's Blackpool Tower, not the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, no, I haven't crossed over before.
It's a tower that looks like Blackpool Tower or the Eiffel Tower. So you can take the song not being appropriate for a funeral. Okay, Daniela, so I've got two still. All right. He wants to acknowledge the little one here. And I feel like he's talking about a name being passed on. A name's being passed on in the family. So if you could tell me whether you would understand where a name's been no to Blackpool. Okay. If Daniela could understand where a name's been passed on, I'm not saying it's his name, but a name has been passed through the family. I want to start wrapping this up because I want Jean and Irene to come in, but maybe they'll be able to split it down for me. As he's leaving me, he wants me to acknowledge a chain. Yes, she has a family name. Okay, thank you, Daniela. He's asking me to acknowledge a chain that he had that went with him, and he wants me to acknowledge also where either a photo or a note was tucked into the shirt pocket before he took his transition, before he took his final journey. If you can understand that, Daniela. And I will say, God bless and thank you for working for me. And I will see if Jean or Irene has anything to add in.
Right, then I'm like I say, we're not quite sure how this.
I think it was Daniela, Duck, because Daniela can now take the tattoo as well in memory of his loss.
Right, can I just bring in them, please? Because I keep hearing it's either Wayne or Dwayne. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that's the name what's getting passed down, but I keep hearing that name, Wayne or Dwayne. I'm not sure. It just sounds same. I've also got to say that they would have liked to have, like Formula, not saying Formula One, but they would have liked to have had that speed about them. They would have liked to have
Driven fast.
yeah. I'm not saying loads of them might have gone to Formula One driving or something, but I'm going fast as if I like that thrill of that speedness coming in here. And I don't know why they keep talking. They keep showing me the roundabouts, the up and down thrills and spills, like of a fair. I'm going into
like a roller
that.
coaster.
Yeah. So I don't know. They like that thrill of everything. They're mentioning about a young lady down here. What was left, and I don't know that was connected to this young gentleman, which has found it odd and still at times can, because he's talking about this. It's on about the 5, so I don't know if that were 5 best mates, and I'm not saying, but I just know the 5 is talking about here as well.
His girlfriend was pregnant.
Right. I just know he's mentioning it, sweetheart. And can I just say that I know I mentioned about the speed and the car, which Tony mentioned about a car, sorry.
He died on a bike going fast.
Right, that's where I'm getting all this speed then, because this is what's coming in. But can I say, sweetheart, as well, you can understand where they would have liked to have tinkered with cars and things like that, because it's as if I'm getting parts coming off one car and putting onto another, and this is going onto that and that's going onto that, with wanting to spruce something up. And this is just how he's showing me, as though they're building something and making it more super than it would have been, because he's making aware of that as well.
5 kids he had. Right,
thank you. And can I just say as well, sweetheart, I know you've just said he had the accident, which I got, but can you understand where he damaged a couple of his fingers then, Doug? Because a couple of my fingers, or you can understand where somebody's got problem with a couple of the fingers, because I've got, is making my fingers bend. There's something to do with the fingers. All right, darling. Wow. Oh, and my head's just exploding. So there's got to be, you would have found that there would have been a trauma to the head, because my head's exploding here with different things and headaches and everything. And I do believe that he didn't live long, bless him. I don't know if it was instant or pretty quick, because I'm not getting.
Ripped his fingers off when he died.
Oh, thank you, because I've got no fingers. I'm curled, so. But I've got, there wouldn't have been long within him passing, sweetheart, because I don't feel that. I feel as though it would have been quick. He might have passed away in the ambulance or very quick in hospital. He didn't go long prior to this, sweetheart. Okay.
Oh, his head was really badly damaged.
Because it's my head what wants to explode as I'm coming in here. And it's just saying, and I did, all right, he didn't like flowers. He wasn't that type of flowery person. Can I say that? You know, they looked all right, but not for him. All right, he's talking about this. And he's saying he liked the bright colours. He didn't want dark, you know, the dark colours. So I don't know if they asked people to go bright at his funeral, because he's on about the light. He liked the light as he's coming in here. And he's, I know my head goes. And can I just, all right, so wait a minute. He's just talking about the person here at the moment, sweetheart, what's suffering with the bad headaches, because he's fetched the headaches back in. So somebody down on the earth plane is suffering with headaches, darling. And it's as if, I don't know, I'm wanting to shed tears. So there's some tears still being shed. I'm not saying for him now, but there's tears still being shed, sweetheart. Is mentioning them as well. And there's an anniversary for you coming up, and there's also a birthday this month is talking about as well. And then I also want to take you to March. I'm going back, I'm going forward, I'm going back. You never knew where you were, because it's taking me forward, then it's taking me back, and then it's taking me forward. So one of these type of people, what he'd be talking about something, and then you've lost him and he's gone on to something else. Me. I think we're trying to have 3 conversations here at once. And that's just how he's making me feel, darling. It was as if, finish that conversation before you start another one. And he could keep 2 or 3 going all at once. And that's just how I'm feeling, sweetheart. I am going to love with you, and hope that's helped you a little bit more. from me and Tony and pass you on to our Irene.
Thank you, Jean. Hi, Daniela. Well, how do I follow that? Bless Jean and Tony. They've given you most of it. When Jean mentioned about him getting bits and pieces, I got a scrapyard, and I know it was. I know that they went looking in a scrapyard for the bits and pieces to build the bike up, because I'm getting the feeling of an older type bike, but wanted to be souped up, and some of the parts were hard to get hold of. So they've either gone to auto places or somewhere like that where they sell this stuff, and actually trying to put this bike together. Now I am being shown a Harley Davidson. I know it wasn't a Harley Davidson, but it was quite a big bike that he had, and the speed that he went was just out of this world, because he really did. I don't know if he wanted to race, but I'm being shown the TT on the Isle of Man, and I don't know if he went there or intended to go, but this is what I'm being shown, because I'm being shown going round those roads practically on the knees, because I know that's how the racing goes. I've also got him going to Mallory Park as well, which is also a big bikers place, when they used to have the bikes there. So whoever was helping him, they knew their bikes and they knew which ones needed, and it was a case of finding a piece and doing research and getting that on, and then doing it a bit more and building it up slowly. He's a lovely gentleman, though, a really lovely gentleman, and he was very intelligent. He knew what he wanted, and he knew his bikes, and he comes with so much love, sweetheart, so much love, and he's giving you both I've got two thumbs up here. I've got two thumbs up for you, sweetheart. So that to me tells me that he's telling you that you're doing something right. Okay, and I'm going to leave that with you, Daniela, and say good night and God bless, and thank you for working with us.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful, that gentleman, wasn't he?
Like,
Really,
he really
yeah.
was.
Oh, bless him.
Um,
Right.
Go on then.
Have you got one?
Yes, I have actually. Since you started that last reading, I've got a lady come forward. Now then, come on, sweetheart. At the moment, she stood there very quietly. She's just stood slightly to the side of me, and I can't quite see her, but I know that she's not very big. She's about 5'5", 5'6", something like that, and she stood with her arms folded, as though she's sort of ready to. She's rolling the sleeves up. So whoever this is for, somebody is wanting to do battle, because we're just sort of rolling the sleeves up, and I've got my arms folded. Oh, thank you, Daniela. That's lovely. And she's about, like I say, about 5'5" to 5'8", somewhere like that. And she was one of those sort of ladies that when she spoke, you dropped everything and listened. She didn't suffer fools gladly, and she would call a spade, and she would just go right out and come out with it. Straight John Bull, no messing. And it was a case of do as I say and not as I do. Now, she's talking about somebody down here who is actually, she's saying suffering a little bit, and she's wagging her finger saying, go and get help. You need help. You can't do it on your own. So she's not telling me how old she is, Megan. So I'll just have to go with it, sweetheart. I haven't got a name yet, but sometimes I don't get names. But if you can take it, darling, just keep listening. I feel it is on a grandparent link more than a mother link, because she's dressed in one of those big wraparound aprons. So we're looking at sort of 50s here, but she's really ready to do battle, and she really wants to come down here. And she, all right, darling. In her words, I want to box somebody's ears. So sounds like your grandmother, Tara. Okay. Yes, Amanda. She has one of those great big wraparound pinnies on with the big pockets in the front. And Deborah, you say it's mum, right? Okay. Well, if you ladies could listen in, and I'll see if I can split it. Right. One of you ladies can understand where there is a battle going on down here, and she's getting concerned because, as I said, she's telling me, it's her words, I want to come down and box somebody's ears and tell them to get on with it and stop faffing about. And no, I'm not saying that. She's using some rather colourful language, and it's one thing that we don't use up here, and we don't repeat it. But she was quite formidable when she got going. But when she was calm, she was the best person in the world, and you could tell her anything. And she's one of those people that not many people could upset her, but when she did get upset, get out the way. Again, this is what she's telling me. You can understand this, Deb. Thank you. Right. Okay. Let me see where I'm going with this. So you would understand somebody down here that at the moment that is being a bit naughty and needs the ears boxing, as she's putting it. Because she's just stood there and she's quite angry, and she's tapping her foot and wanting to really get into somebody, if you know what I mean. She knows there's been struggles around the family, Deb, and she's trying to, in her own way, help, but it's got to be done from Earth side and not Spirit side, because the Spirit. Thank you for the confirmation, Deb. The actual. She's not telling me what the problem is in the family, but she knows that there's something going on, because in spirit they can see more than what we can. So she knows about it, and she's not at all very happy. She's really, really upset about it. And I don't know if it's you, Deb, but somebody's being pulled two ways, because she's just given me the chariot from the tarot, where we've got the split roads. So if it's not you, you would understand where there's somebody around you that's being pulled both ways, because one side wants them to deal with that side, and then the other side wants the same thing. So what she's saying is, keep out of it and take a step back. Okay. And let them resolve it themselves, rather than get involved with it, because whoever this is, Deb, if it is you, you can't take sides, or she doesn't want you to take sides, because you'll never do right for doing wrong. Right. Problems with the daughter. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me see. I've got to try and split this, because I've got about 5 ladies now. Okay. This lady used to have rollers in her hair, and she had a turban on her head, and that covered the rollers. Big rift since grandma passed family into halves, us and them. Right. Okay, Amanda. Right. Well, all I can right, this lady is, come on, what is it? Gosh. I don't know if this lady baked, but she's now gone from, she's unfolded her arms, and now she's got a rolling pin in her hand, and she's tapping it on her other hand. So this lady would have done a lot of baking, made a lot of pies, and they would have all have been fresh, and they would all have been made from nothing into what they were. And when she fed you, it was like feeding the 5,000. She'd always do extra, because She was quite spiritual, this lady, she's telling me. Right, Deb, you can take the curlers with the turban. Right, that's wonderful. Right, you're not sure, Amanda. Okay, sweetheart, just keep listening in. At the moment, I'm still with Deb. I'm almost sure. Like I say, she's got this rolling pin and she's tapping it like, you know, she just wants to come and help you, sweetheart. She really does. And she just wants you to know that you're not on your own. Don't let them blend you apart. She used to read tea leaves, right? Okay. Well, she told me that she was spiritual. So I know about tea leaf reading. My grandma used to read them. So she knew what was going on before it happened, and she was one of those people that, thank you, Megan, for confirming that you can't take it. That's lovely. She was one of these sort of people that she would go and help people as well. She was like a big sister, a confidant, a mother, and everything rolled into one. A lovely, lovely lady. She comes around you a lot. Okay, Mandy. Loved a rolling pin and she used to use it as well. Yes, I think I understand that. Yeah, exactly. Right. I've got keys being rattled. She's rattling keys at me, so I don't know if somebody is going to be moving or if there's a problem with the door, because it's a house key and she's not saying what sort of problem there is or if there's a house move. So what else, darling? And there's also some jewelry that's been left as well. She's talking about some jewelry. I'm talking she's showing me pearls, and she's also showing me a cross and chain. It's not a crucifix because it hasn't got the picture of Jesus on it, but it's a gold cross and chain. And she's also talking, Deb, you've just moved. Right. Okay. That's wonderful. Thank you. Can you take me the cross and chain, Deb? And there's also a locket that opens with photographs in. And she's opening this locket and showing me the photographs in as well. So, and Tracy, you just looked at new houses last week and you have jewelry. Right. Okay. She's a lovely, lovely lady, and you can take everything, Mandy. Right. Beatrice. She's just shouted out Beatrice. I've got to talk about Beatrice. I don't know if that's her name or if it's a name of somebody that she used to know or it's in the family. But she's just shouted out Beatrice. Right, you've got a locket, Deb, that opens. That's brilliant. Thank you. Right, okay. And Tracy's just been given a locket. Okay, right. Can any of you take of Beatrice? Because that's the next thing that she shouted out. And somebody, where we're going? Somebody likes going out, taking trips. Are you called a biddy? Right, Tracy. Right. And you can't take Beatrice, Deb. Right. Okay. I might have moved on then, sweetheart. Keep listening, Deb. Right. Okay. That's lovely. And you've just been given a locket. Can you take the pearls, darling? And you're lost at right. Okay. We've seemed to have moved to Tracy Jane Husk. Okay, sweetheart. So you would understand again where this rift in the family is. And what she's saying is that she's at the side of you. If you need her, you can just talk to her, sweetheart. And what I'm going to do, because she's saying, I want to go now and talk to one of the others. So I'm going to let her go across to Jean or Tony. And I'm going to say good night and God bless and thank you for working with me. Bless her. She's just left me and she's just said, I want to go and talk to one of the others now. So she's coming across to one of you. What was that, Jean?
I said she's fed your voice now, Irene.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
All right.
sorry, I've got to say, Irene, I've got a lady and a gentleman, and I do know they're connected. And I know they're not very tall. Even the gentleman's not very tall who I've got. I don't know if Tony's got the same gentleman, but I'm not going. There's not much in them.
Yeah. No, they weren't very big. These it's about 5'8", something like that.
As high as that, I'll be honest. The lady I would only put probably about 5'2", something like that, and the gentleman about 5'5". I wouldn't. There's not much in them, but I know they're small. And I know the lady, bless her, and she says she ain't got a problem with me saying it. She did like her own company. She says, I like the people coming round, but it was nice to see them all go and shut the door. She says, when I could have the house to myself and have the peace. She says, and that's when I could put my feet up, have a cup of tea and relax. She was very hot-tempered because she's only little, but she says, when I went, I was like a volcano. Yeah. I just exploded. And the gentleman said, yes, you did, because I kept out of the road. The mention in July, I know Jules.
Yes, Nan and Grandad were small.
Yeah, I'm going to say I know they're small. I know that there's something to do with July, sweetheart. I don't know if that was an anniversary or a passing, but July, they keep shouting to me, and I know they're together because they're holding hands. Okay. Oh, when they went, a lot of old ones do, and I'm going to say this before anybody else does, but he'd carry the shopping bag. He's got the shopping bag. They like to watch their own telly, and they like the quiz shows. Now, I won't admit it, but I know they like the quiz shows here. He said I used to sit down, and I was quite content, giving me my cup of tea and me reading paper, and he were happy. And that'd be him. He says, and then I'd get up and just go outside if I wanted to. But they did like their own company, I've got to say that. They were very much in love with themselves and their own company, even though the family did mean a lot to them. But that was it.
Tracy can take the quizzes.
Right. And she can take the
dates for her birthday.
Yeah.
And the Irish temper and a birthday.
Yeah, because I do know this, and I know Tony's going to say about the gentleman, because I can do gentleman more with Tony. But they're coming in, sweetheart, they're talking about Joyce, so you must be able to understand your Joyce, darling. I'm hearing Joyce, and I'm also hearing Sam. And I don't know if that's Samantha or Samuel, I don't know, but I'm hearing both of them names, sweetheart, as she's talking here. The gentleman would have been a very quiet-spoken gentleman, I've got to say. But when, like I said, when he did have to say something, he said it, but he left the talking to his missus, he's just said. I left out talking to missus. So that's what they did. And they used to spend all the time and go out together as a couple, sweetheart. And that's what they loved. Can I just give you some daffodils, which is unusual because I've got my daffodils, I know them. Can I give you daffodils, darling? And I want to take you to the month of February and also the month of May. But you can understand the name May as well, they've just said. And I'm going to leave that with you and pass you on to our Tony because time's getting on. So I'll pass you on to our Tony, love, so thank you for working with me.
Brother wanted to call me Samantha.
Right.
So Tracy, hi. I have got this gentleman, and I want to say he is a gentleman because that's just the energy I got with him. He's a very gentle man, very gently spoken, very caring of the family. He was very much ahead of his time as well because he used to do things in and around. Dad's ashes went on the daffodil beds.
Oh,
Tracy.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Could you understand, please, why he's talking to me about his shed? The shed. He's saying about his shed. I'm not quite sure what's in the shed, but he's talking about his shed. He's also talking to me about making my chest hurt. So would you understand where there would have been a chest condition, please? No, and they weren't far apart. They weren't far apart when they passed. There wasn't a great deal. He loved his shed. Thank you.
They weren't a big gap before.
May and February, Tony. One went in May, Dad went in February.
That's it.
Oh, bless. Okay. Right. What's that? What's that? Tracy, I don't know where this is relevant, Oh, he was gassed in the war, so he had a bad chest. Oh, bless you,
him.
sweetheart. I can smell creosote. I don't know if somebody's been doing the fences or if he used to do the fences, but I can smell creosote. It's a very strong smell, that.
It is.
So he's either he creosoted the fence in his sheds, or somebody's been doing the fence and the sheds and things. But I can smell the creosote coming in. And I can also smell, and I know what this is because my granddad used to use gallons of the stuff, Jay's fluid.
Oh, yeah, I love smelling that.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm addicted to it. And it's just, I've gone goosebumpy because it's taken me straight to my granddad's greenhouse. Yeah. I can just smell fluid. If you can understand these, sweetheart, please, why these will be significant. He is telling me that you need to, oh, that's odd. You need to center yourself, sweetheart. Because I just feel like around you, things are a little bit all over the place. And he just wants to bring you back in and to focus in on yourself for a little while and re-evaluate yourself, and then look back at these situations and issues around you and take stock with fresh eyes, is how he's putting it to me. And speaking of eyes, he's just taken my glasses off my face. So would you understand somebody who either should wear glasses and doesn't? My old garden was huge and I used to spend days with a fence. And yes, he cleaned with Jay's. Oh, bless you. Okay. So either somebody should have glasses and doesn't, or somebody's glasses need changing, because I just feel like it's there's something to do with the glasses, sweetheart. And as he's pulling away from me, darling, I know Jean gave you daffodils, but I've got to give you chrysanthemums, and I've also got to give you those big Michaelmas daisies, big daisies. Yes, you've been pulled in many directions. Well, center yourself, sweetheart, looking on yourself. Take some time and then look with fresh eyes, sweetheart. That's just what he's telling me. And also with the daisies, I'm making daisy chains. So you would understand memories of daisy chains, sweetheart. And you need to go to the opticians, okay, sweetheart. And with that, he is pulling away from me now, sweetheart. So I will say, God bless. Thank you so much to everybody for allowing.
I'm sorry, I've just got to jump in. I forgot something.
Go on.
No, I've just forgotten now what she said to me. The gentleman said, the lady said that somebody's got to stop spitting the dummy out. If they spit it out once more, don't give it them back. I don't feel it's a baby. Don't give it them back. That's it.
No, it's somebody who's
not
getting their own way.
They need putting in an eye chair and sticking a bib on them. If that's how they want to.
This is where the split's coming in the family, because
So this is saying, sweetheart, and this is the gentleman says you are my sunshine. So that's where they.
Oh yes.
All right. Thank you. And just one last thing, and it's a memory, darling, and everybody would donate. But the lady says, there's a memory about where they used to have the children in the room on a Sunday before school with a nick comb. She's just showing me.
Oh, yeah.
It's a memory, darling. She says what they used to do on a Sunday, bath, showered, or whatever, and nick comb. All right. She's bringing that as a memory for you, darling, and to give that laughter and that bitter upliftment, just to say, if you need to, look back at the good times.
Sorry, the dog's trying to get behind me to get me cushion, and he's pushing me off.
I know it's not good times when you have nick comb going through your hair, but she's taking you back down them memory lanes, darling. And I'll send a night and God bless from them both.
Yeah. Right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for allowing us to work with your loved ones. On Wednesday, there's a change of medium at I think. Hang on, have I got it wrong? I believe it's Des Beaumont on at Pastures Green Spiritualist Church. I won't be there. I've got something else I need to do. So unfortunately, I won't be at the service, but please tune in and support Pastures Green. Thursday night, they're doing a special service on Thursday at Littleport for Wendy, in Wendy's memory. So I'm sure they would appreciate if people would just bob on and just help them to say farewell to Wendy. That'll take us to Friday, when we'll be doing some more of the photo reading. So if you sent us a photograph, please tune in on Friday, because we'll be wrapping that one up, and we will do some more very shortly. We will set up another photograph reading. So if you want to send some more in, send them over to Michael, and we'll file them away and use them in future for the next one, because I want to try and keep them going, because people seem to like them. So we'll try and keep those going. And then that'll take us back round to Sunday, when we will be doing our divine service. Thank you.
Can I just say, Tony, I just want to say thank you, Suzanne Carol Baldock, for my beautiful card. It came yesterday morning, and I think it's beautiful. And I'll talk to you soon, bestie.
Bless you. Okay. Thank you again for a lovely evening. It's been absolutely wonderful to help to bring you some comfort, if you have. Please join us again very soon. And Irene, would you like to close in prayer, please?
I will. Can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you once again for a beautiful service. We thank you for our families and guides and our spirit friends, for bringing forward messages for our wonderful congregation, so that we can pass on the fact that there is life everlasting, and bring hope and maybe a little peace to those who are hurt. Could I please say here a healing for the Mother Earth, and for our animal kingdom, and for all those who are on beds of sickness, or who are not feeling very well. And could I please ask for a bed for the homeless, Lord, and food for the hungry. And until we may meet again, can I ask for a guardian angel to walk with each and every person that has tuned into us tonight? Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us
while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
We'll never, ever do that again. I promise. I promise. Good night.
That contract is going to have to be rewritten now. Good night and God bless everybody.
this evening. Keep safe.
I hope the Lord keeps you safe and blesses you till we meet again. Good night, everybody.
Good night. God bless.